We work together to come together and heal as a community after the tragic shooting at Tree of Life Synagogue. We are inspired by the work of Pittsburgh-based photographer Tom M. Johnson. He's been sharing his images as part of an ongoing series of portraits called the Pittsburgh Project. Each photograph focuses on the people who make up the fabric of our town and fill the frame with diversity, determination, and love. It's that combination that makes us stronger than hate. We are pleased to have Tom as our guest this morning. Good morning, Tom.
Morning.
Your work is truly an inspiration to look at. You can see really the people that make up this community. So what inspired you to do this project?
Well, I'm not from Pittsburgh. I moved here 4.5 years ago, and I didn't know anyone. So I started looking around and meeting people, and was looking. When I'm not doing jobs, I'm always doing personal work. So I wanted to do a project, and I happened to attend a lecture given by the mayor. And he spoke about how the city kind of came back by the stories of individuals who did things to regenerate businesses and eventually people started moving back, and the city has become what it is now. And so that clicked for me. Pittsburgh Stories, that would be my project. I would look for individuals, not necessarily celebrities or famous people, but just people that you meet day to day that make you smile, that give the city its grit and its character.
And so how do you choose these individuals? Are they people that you've met along the way? Do you know them personally on any level?
Some I've met, some I've researched out, some are referrals from other people. Then I meet with them, I have a cup of coffee with them, I hear their story, then I kind of come up with an idea, a concept for a photograph. I photograph them, and then I interview them again, and then I use that photograph and what I've written, and I'll send it out as an email to other people, and to actually kind of promote them and myself.
So we want to take a look at some of them. We can see them behind us too, but can you explain what we're seeing in some of these pictures that will be popping up here on the screen?
Sure. This is Hanifa Nakirova. Actually, this is a photograph for the alumni magazine for University of Pittsburgh, Pitt Magazine. She is a victim of an acid attack in her native Uganda.
Wow.
And unlike many women, when this happens to them, who retreat and hide in shame, she didn't. Actually, she used what's happened to her to gain awareness and support for other women. And she's a graduate student at the University of Pittsburgh.
It's a gorgeous photo.
Well, thank you. I wanted to show her strength. I wanted to show what happened. I didn't want to hide what has happened to her,
right,
but I wanted to show her strength and determination.
Okay, let's take a look at another one. They truly are, I mean, just beautiful. This doesn't capture Pittsburgh, right?
This is John Walter. He works with metal, but he's a true artisan. He has a shop under the Bloomfield Bridge, and it is crazy full of different types of metal items. But if you go to his roof, it's all these ornate structures of chairs and tables that he's all created. He's really talented and a very interesting man.
So many hardworking people working on their craft. And Giselle Fetterman, we know her.
Giselle Fetterman, right. I imagine you do, our next Second Lady of Pennsylvania.
Right.
She is quite a remarkable person, and this is probably the most conceptual photograph I ever created. You know, she has a food bank where she takes food from places like Walmart or that can no longer be on the shelves but still edible, and she redistributes this to food banks.
Right. She does. I know she has the free shop too in Braddock, and that has expanded. She does a lot of work for the people in this community.
She's quite active.
And how about this picture? Who are we looking at?
This is Betty Lane. She lives in Larimer. She's another community activist, and Betty's motto is make things better. And this is taken at the African Healing Garden in Larimer. And this is a place that she's created for people to come and meditate and to heal.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. I didn't know where that was, and I think healing is such a big part of the coming days for the city.
Particularly now. And I would just say I'm very humbled to be here at this time.
And we are just in love with this next picture. You have to tell us about this one.
This is Tom Walker. He lives in Millville, and he used to be in advertising, and his agency was across the Allegheny and the Strip, and so every day he would kayak to work. and he would take his kayak and put it in his office. And I heard about this from another art director. Now I have to add, the suit was not my idea, it was my wife's idea, and if I didn't say that, she would never let me forget it.
I like it. It's a mix of something you wouldn't normally see, but I think it represents exactly what you wanted it to.
It's a very popular photograph.
So we all know and love Privanti's in this town, and many people know this lady right here.
It's Antoinette, yes. I talked to all of them, and I kind of want to know little stories about them. And what was charming about her, she told me in 1961 when her and her 8 siblings moved to Pittsburgh, they went to Bethel Park, and everybody on the street, they came really early in the morning, but everyone left their Christmas lights on to welcome them.
And you also had Matt Murray as a cover photo for Pittsburgh Magazine.
Yeah, I got when I was given the assignment to photograph him, I wanted to come up with an idea. And I wanted to, because he was a bit of a kind of enigma, because he had taken the place of the beloved Marc-Andre Fleury,
right.
But yet he contributed to 2 Stanley Cups. So I wanted to show that, and then I said to him, when I took that photograph, I said, imagine Alexander Ovechkin's coming at you on a breakaway. And that was the expression I got from him.
So you put that look on his face. Well, Tom, thank you for sharing some of your work. I think in these coming days when we need to be reminded of the love that's out there and the people, like you said, that just put the smile on our faces when we see them, it's a good reminder.
And some of the victims were some of the people that I would have loved to photograph.
Thank you very much, Tom.
You're very welcome.
And you can see more of Tom Johnson's Pittsburgh project and other work on his website and Instagram page. Look for those links at k2ka.com/PTL.